House and Senate leaders are saying there's no evidence that candidate Donald Trump was wiretapped leading up to the November election. The White House, meantime, is stepping up its defense of the president's tweets and what may be coming next. And there are new questions being raised in the Russia investigation itself. Chief Intelligence Correspondent Catherine Herridge has our report tonight.
The joint statement from the Republican Chairman Richard Burr and Ranking Democrat Mark Warner of the Senate Intelligence Committee went beyond the president's wiretapping claim. Quote, based on the information available to us, we see no indications that Trump Tower was the subject of surveillance by any element of the United States government, either before or after Election Day 2016. When pressed, the White House spokesman said the committee statement is not the final word.
The statement clearly says that at this time, that they don't believe that. They have yet to go through the information.
For 7 minutes, Spicer read through news reports about surveillance and then tried to turn the tables.
And where was your passion and where was your concern when they all said that there was no connection to Russia? Where was it then? You crickets from you guys.
The president took the same approach Wednesday night with Tucker Carlson.
I read in, I think it was January 20th, a New York Times article where they were talking about wiretapping. There was an article, I think they used that exact term. I read other things. I watched your friend Bret Baier the day previous where he was talking about certain very complex sets of things happening and wiretapping.
But a special report interview in early March with the House Speaker cited unconfirmed claims.
Right, but there's a report that June 2016, there's a FISA request by the Obama administration, Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, to monitor communications involving Donald Trump and several other campaign officials. Have you heard that?
Well, again, and like I said, none of us in Congress, or anybody that I know in Congress, has been presented with evidence to the contrary of what you just said.
So you believe it to be true?
Yeah, that we have seen no evidence that anybody in this campaign or any other American was in on it with the Russians to meddle in our elections.
And last night, the president suggested new evidence will soon be available to congressional investigators.
We will be submitting certain things, and I will be perhaps speaking about this next week. But it's right now before the committee, and I think I want to leave it there.
While the wiretapping dispute intensifies, the former acting CIA director and Clinton loyalist told a Washington intelligence group another allegation is settled.
On the question of the Trump campaign conspiring with the Russians here, there's smoke, but there's no fire at all. There's no little campfire, there's no little candle, there's no spark, and there's a lot of people looking for it.
Morell joins a growing chorus of former senior intelligence officials.
There was no evidence of that included in our report.
I understand that, but does it exist?
Not to my knowledge.
With the Friday deadline looming, the House Intelligence Committee wants the CIA, NSA, and FBI to explain who in the last administration identified or unmasked Americans whose phone calls were captured during foreign surveillance, and whether the names go beyond Mike Flynn, the former national security advisor.
I have been very clear about my concern about, number one, the incidental collection on General Flynn, how that was put into a product, how it was unmasked, how it was leaked to the public. Several crimes have been committed here.
Senior Democrat on the House Government Oversight Committee released new documents that show Flynn was paid more than $33,000 by a Kremlin-backed TV outlet to appear at a 2015 Moscow event where he sat with the Russian president. Flynn received another $23,000 from Russian businesses. The Democrats are calling for an investigation because they say the payments may violate a constitutional provision that bars gifts from foreign governments. Brett.
Catherine, thank you.
You're welcome.
More on this with